All right, we're going back to the Roman 12 Experience Radio Show live here at Philly Hot Radio. We are live on the Roman 12 Facebook page. Also, we are live on Instagram Live 1021. Well, my guest is here. She's the founder of the Philly Women's Network. What's that? Connection. I'm about to say the other word, the other one. But she's an awesome guest. She's a supporter of me, and we met a couple months ago. And I'm glad she's doing amazing work for the city of Philadelphia and around the world. Her name is Felicia Shanken. How are you this afternoon?
I'm doing good, Lavon. I'm doing good. Thank you for inviting me on so we can have some chatting time.
Yes. So we met a couple months ago through someone, and I think they referred me to you to be on guest on your show. Mm-hmm. I think that was in July. July.
Was it Lorraine? I think it was Lorraine we met through.
Yes,
Yes, and at that time I had a show as well.
Right.
A TV digital show. And we met then, and you reached out to me, and I had you on my show, so I had the opportunity to find out about your organization and what it is that you do, which is
right. That was a great experience, even though at the time we went by so fast. It was a great experience. I know. It was a great experience for me to grow, and and I really had a good time. So I felt like I had returned the favor here. You come on my show, so I think.
Thank you.
So I think what you're doing is awesome. So I think that. We on the track for what's going on. So a lot has happened since we had our conversation.
Yes.
With the election, with the gun violence, all stuff going on. So can you tell me what's your thoughts going on with that? Your thoughts about that? About the change that's going on in our country right now, in our city. So.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Change is inevitable. And I always tell people, we have no control over what's going on in this country. The only control we have is how we react to things that are happening. We just had 4 years of a president that I felt divided this country in more ways than one. We're at a point now where we have COVID on the rise again. And I mean, it's just crazy, about the planning. Obviously, there was no planning. So, I'm hopeful. I am excited that there is going to be a Madam Vice President, after a million years.
Yes.
And I'm very excited that she is a woman of color.
Yes.
Because it shows the young girls all over the world who look like me, who look like her, who look like you, that we can be anything we want to be. You don't let society dictate who you're going to be. And I remember one time my mother told me, no one can take education from you.
That's right.
No matter who you are, what you do, if you are educated, you can do anything you want, So I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to it. It just shows me that women are closer to running this country. And I feel the same way. I feel the same way too. I feel like a woman by 2028 or 2032, a woman's gonna be president. So then I feel like in Philly here, it's gonna be a black woman mayor. Right.
After Mayor Kenny's term. So
right.
I think it's time for a woman to lead the city, because I think it's time for that shift to happen to be something different. Because I think because at the end of the day, it's about the woman leading, but have that team around her, help her make that things happen. So about you. So can you tell the audience who is Felicia?
Well, who is Felicia? Well, Felicia Shanken. I was raised in Queens. I was born in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
So I am a New Yorker through and through. My husband is a diehard native Philadelphian. So in the household, it's the Giants and the Eagles, which are going to be playing tomorrow.
Right.
So, I come from a medical background of over 25 years.
Wow.
I started in radiology, and then I went back to school, Gwyneth Mercy University, shout out, for nursing. So when I went back to school for nursing, I was working for the Department of Veteran Affairs for 9.5 years on the weekends. So I got that job shortly before my husband and I got married.
Right.
So you're talking about giving up every weekend. to work this job, but I love what I did because I was working with the vets.
Right.
And I just love hearing their stories. I love talking to them. It was a great experience, but I always had a job, but I always had a side gig, some type of business. I've been in vending, I've been in event planning, I've came across a couple of multi-level marketing companies, but I wasn't fulfilled. I felt that, I'm making money for everybody else, I'm helping them build their empire. I wanted something to leave a legacy. So that's how my organization, the Philadelphia Women's Network Connection, PWNC, was born. Because I live in Center City, there's a lot of women organizations out there. And I was going to networking events and different things like that, but I didn't feel fulfilled. I would leave and I'm like, okay, so what can I apply to my business? What can I do to help build my business? And I felt I wasn't getting that. So I had an idea, a thought, and I wanted to do a women's network group, more than network. I wanted to help them build their business. I wanted to, share resources with them. I wanted to work with them to find out where they wanted to go in their journey. And I like working with women. I always tell, you hear the myths, women can't work together. I think that's a lie. If you can't work together, check your circle. Because my biggest supporters are women.
Wow.
Yes. So that's how that was born. And, when we started, we wanted to do something different. We wanted to do fashion shows, hair and makeup. We have female entrepreneurs that come before the group. Men are invited too.
Okay.
It's a women's group. But men have been out to our events and, come out and they talk about what it is they do in their business to help, again, women apply tools. So when the women left, not only did they get networking and connections, but they also got great content that they could apply to their business right then and there.
Okay, so how long ago was that we started it?
Oh, wow, we're still a baby. February, it'll be 3 years.
Oh, wow, okay. So is it for mostly like older women or for the younger women?
It's for all women.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for all women. We have some women in the group that haven't started a business yet, thinking about starting a business. Some that are more seasoned. So we try to meet them wherever they are. So that is our for-profit, the Philadelphia Women's Network Connection, LLC. October of 2019, which we're 1 year old now.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes, thank you. We started our nonprofit, which is PWNC Foundation.
Okay.
So the PWNC Foundation, how that ties into our for-profit is we work with women that are looking to transition from full-time, part-time jobs to full-time entrepreneurship. So the foundation was set up to help them, whether it's financially, spiritually, mentally, educational, whatever it is that they need to work with them to get them where they need to be. Of course, we started October 2019, COVID hit March 2020.
Yep.
So the funds weren't there like we wanted. And of course, because we are a new nonprofit, we weren't able to get a lot of the government grants and different things like that that were being handed out. So we had to think outside the box and do different things to have income coming into our for-profit and nonprofit.
Okay, what were some of the things you did to get those funds going in the midst of COVID?
Okay, well, we had workshops that was already planned, we had events already planned, so we had to take those online.
Right,
And do
gotcha.
those. So mind you, everybody's taking their events online, so we're competing against people that are doing events for free. So we had to think out of the box. So what we did was we did a 6 workshop series, which started at the end of June and ended at the end of August. And we brought 6 women entrepreneurs that talked about different subjects. We had everything from podcasting to leadership building, how to do graphics on Canva, how to build your business with LinkedIn, public speaking. So we had 6 subjects, 6 topics to help you in your business. And the nice thing about that was we charged $10 for whoever wanted to come, and they got a copy of the link, the Zoom link as well. So we also had sponsors. So we had sponsors, it was for $50. They got a 30-second video that they got up on our website. They got, recognition on all our social medias. So we ended up having like 18 sponsors.
Wow.
Yeah. So now what we're doing is, we were talking about this before I came on, but through our for-profit, each year we choose a nonprofit to work with. So the first year we chose, it's an organization called Bringing Hope Home.
Mm-hmm.
And Bringing Hope Home works with cancer patients.
Right.
So cancer women and things like that to help them. So we started there. So this year, what we're doing is we partnered with ACT Philly, ACCT Philly, which is Animal Care and Control Team. They are a city-funded shelter for animals. They
Yes.
take all types of animals there. We adopted a dog 8.5 years ago, my husband and I. So this is our way of giving back to them. So that's what we're doing right now. And 30% of the proceeds go to them, and 70% goes back into our organization, so we can continue to bring workshops and events and different things like that to our women.
Right, and 'cause I always had a soft spot for animals, especially for cats. When I see them out on the street, I was so bad I can't take them home. You know, like, and so it's a dog. I always had a soft spot. I got a cat at home. Always had a soft spot for cats, especially they out in the streets like that. You know, it really gets to me. And like, wow, that's why when I move next year, I'm gonna get a cat. You know, because like, I'm a cat lover. I just love cats. I had a cat growing up. About middle school, he passed away. Then we got a cat about 7 years ago. I love him, so you know. So
yeah, they become family.
They become family, and they're there for you. They're there for you. We need them. Like even though they understand they're there for you, they help you. They help you. They there. We get home, you know, for that we cheer you up, you know, just to make you feel okay. It's gonna be all right, you know. You're like you're by yourself. So. I think that's what you're doing. What's on the website people can find out more information about the PWNC?
Okay, well, you can go to my website, which is easier, FeliciaShanken360.com.
Okay.
So if you go on FeliciaShanken360.com, our website is on there. You can pull it up. It'll tell you about our organization. It'll tell you about what we're doing, any events that's going on. We were a part of the Philadelphia Small Business Expo.
Okay.
So that just passed, and we won a virtual booth. So we will be in the New York, hometown, New York Virtual Small Business Expo in December. So
wow, congratulations, wow.
Thank you. I thought I was going to take November and December off, but, you know, we always say, you know, we are busy making plans and God laughs. You know,
God will change them to a second. You know, you do this. No, I don't do this.
I know. It's like I thought I was taking November, December off.
No, God, no, you do more work.
I got more work for you to do. So you know, I'm all about opportunities.
Yes.
I'm all about collaborations. You know, and different things like that. I think it's important. One of my big things in PWNC is building relationships.
Yes.
I love building relationships. You know, it has gotten me as far as I have. And I forgot to tell you, I don't know if you know, but the end of December, PWNC is going to be recognized in Brains Magazine, which is an international magazine, as one of the global 500 small businesses.
Wow, congratulations. Woo.
Thank you. So I'm telling you, God is good. So,
yes, He is. Yes, He is. God is awesome. Yes, He is.
So for an organization less than 3
years old,
that, you know, we're moving and shaking, so I assume that we're going in the right direction.
So how did you get recognized? So someone recognized you, referred you, or nominated you, or?
I'm assuming someone nominated us, and then I was contacted, and not only was I contacted about being one of the 500 businesses listed globally, but they also extended for a year for me to write 12 articles for the magazine. So I wrote my second article, and you know, it's great for us, that global recognition, because you know, I remember every year I always say, God, I just want you to blow my mind.
Right.
So the first time I said that, I got my TV platform, which was Power Up Your Passion, to show that you were on. Okay, so I said the same thing again this year, and then we ended up on this global list, which I'm very excited about. So I'm almost kind of afraid to say God blow my mind.
Well, he already did it. He did it in the midst of a pandemic. So you know, so.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you, this pandemic this year has been amazing for PWNC.
Right.
It has been very blessed. I can't complain, even in the midst of chaos.
Yeah, true.
You know, we have had the peace. The company's still continuing to grow. We're still continuing to meet people. We have lost friends. Thank God we haven't lost any family members, but we have lost people close to us. So it's trying to find the balance of grieving and also trying to be happy for what's going on. So we just lost a friend that's very prominent here in Philadelphia that a lot of people knew. And I took it hard because I had just spoke to this person on Friday.
Well, our favorite is Earl Harvey.
Yes, yes, and he was a mentor, he was a friend, and
that was out of the blue. I'm like, what?
It was out of the blue.
Yeah.
It was out of the blue. I got a call, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? I just spoke to him."
Right.
Yeah. So I'm just grateful for every day that I get a chance to wake up and do what I love to do. And I always tell people, I said, if I had all the money in the world, I would do this for free because I love what I do.
Right. It's about bringing women together, giving them the resources that they need to help them flourish and thrive. So besides being recognized globally for the magazine and for going in 2021, do you have any ideas of what you see PWNC doing to 2021?
Oh yeah, I got a lot of ideas. Oh, it never stops. I always say this, my mind is constantly going. The things I want for PWNC is constantly going. It's just putting them down in words.
Yes.
Because I wake up and the ideas are in my head. Because like I said, there's a lot of women groups out there. There's a lot of women
whole lot of them, yes.
that are doing the same thing that I'm doing. But what makes it different is the things that you do, how you do them. It's where you can stay front and center. So I always wake up with ideas and things of what to do. It's just a matter of moving forward. So 2021, we got some good stuff going on. We're going to have some more events, some more workshops. I'm always looking for, great speakers, presenters. I try to change it up. So I'm constantly, like I said, collaborating, networking. So I would like to bring in 2021 more international speakers for our group.
Okay. Oh, that sounds good. So you mentioned earlier you did a TV show, Power Up Your Passion. What was the motivation behind you doing that?
Well, with the Power Up Your Passion, because a lot of people, especially men, when they hear Philadelphia Women's Network Connection, they assume, oh, well, we can't come to the events, we can't come to the workshops. So I want to get out of that stereotype. So the Power Up Your Passion gave anybody the opportunity to come on and talk about their passions. They didn't have to be an entrepreneur. They didn't have to be a small business owner. It could have been Lucy down the street who's passionate about going to work every day, working at a daycare center.
Right.
So I wanted to give people the opportunity to get their message out there. So the way I did my show was the first 15 minutes we would learn who you are, because I wanted people to resonate with you. I wanted people to see, they might see you, Lavon, and say, oh wow, he's successful, this is what he's doing. But what was the path that Lavon had to go on to get to where he is? You don't know about the sleepless nights. You don't know about the times he was trying to get money. You don't know about the times that maybe he thought things were going to be shut down. You didn't know. So I gave them the opportunity. So the second 15 minutes, they would talk about their brand and their business.
Right.
And then I always tell people, my show was never scripted. I only asked 2 questions. Yes.
True.
What was your superpower, and what would you say to your younger self?
Yep.
So the TV platform gave me the opportunity to. It kind of like fell in my lap. It wasn't something I was looking for. So opportunities don't happen every day. And I was asked twice about the show. So I said, okay, God, so this is the direction right now that you want me to go into to prepare me for what's coming next. And, I always say it's like puzzle pieces. You don't understand your road where you're going. You just know there's twists and turns. But then when you come to the final, you're like, well, I understand why. Because I always said, even when I was a little girl, that I wanted to write a book about my life. Well, how can you write a book about your life? You're a little girl. You haven't lived your life yet.
Right.
So now that all the pieces have fell into place, I can write the book. Well, before I write the book, I'm writing these articles for a magazine. So that's preparing me for the book that I'm going to write. So God already gave me the title. I can't tell you yet.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I can't tell you yet until the book is done. But, so that's how that started. So as of this month, I decided to go in a different direction. So I left Power Up Your Passion. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. You know, I took from it what I could, the experiences, the people that I met, and I'm looking forward to the new opportunities that are coming.
Okay. So I don't know how long you did the show. How many guests you had on the show?
Oh my God. Oh, a lot. I can't even count because it was a weekly show. So I was booked, 54, 56, so I had once a week. So I had a lot of guests on my show.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, and a lot of great people, and some of it was done virtually because,
right, the COVID,
yeah, because of COVID. And I had people from out of state. I had someone from Virginia. I had someone from Atlanta. I had someone from Canada. So yeah, it was amazing.
So you were saying that now you are in the process of writing the book, starting the details of the book, through the articles that you're doing. So, do you have an idea of when maybe you might be done?
No. No, not at all. Because people ask me that all the time. You know, again, it's in my mind.
Right.
So I got to get it down on paper.
Mm-hmm.
My husband said, just bring a tape recorder. And
That's a good idea too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, but you know, the book is my life.
Okay.
So it's my story. So it's easy for me to talk about. You know, like you said, everybody has a story. You know, and you know, people may see me, they might see what I'm doing and say, oh, you know, she's successful, blah 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 blah, yada yada. She's doing a lot of things, but you don't know the road that got me here.
That's
you don't know
right.
what
The
I had
road.
to go through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not a teenager. I'm a baby boomer. You know, I fall into that category. So I've been doing this a long time.
Right.
And I remember, you know, just the little milestones, and people would say, you need to own your milestones because
Right.
I'm humble. And you know, and I would be okay. That goal's crossed off next. That goal's crossed off next. And somebody said you need to slow down and look at what it is that you're doing and what you have done, and own it. So now the little things that I'm doing, that you know, the recognitions, the things like this, I'm like, okay, all right, I deserve to be here because I worked hard to get here, and because I worked hard to get here, I'm not apologizing.
Right.
You know?
It's your journey, right? It's a journey that God puts you through this, and you don't
Right.
understand the end point of it. You don't understand the purpose. So you might want to give up, but God's still with you. He will not even know forsake you.
Exactly. And you know, people always say, "How do you handle your haters?" I love my haters. I love them and I pray for them because they keep me accountable.
Yep.
They are watching me for you know,
For you to
make
fail.
sure,
Right.
waiting for me to fail. So they're watching me.
Right.
So I say, hey, keep watching because
Keep
I'm not
watching.
gonna fail. You know, it's only going to get better because this is my path. This is my my purpose. My hand is not on this. This was ordained for me. This
Right.
is my
Amen.
life,
Amen.
you know? So that's you know, that's how things go.
So my last two questions is taken from what for you asked me also this show.
Okay.
So my last one is, what is your superpower, and what would you say to your younger self?
Okay, my superpower, first of all, is me because no one's me. And also the authenticity that I bring. One thing I always say about me, you always know where I'm coming from because I'm going to let you know there's no gray, it's black and white. So either it's going to be a yes or a no.
Right.
So that's my superpower, the authenticity. And what was the second question?
What would you say to your younger self?
What would I say to my younger self? What I would say to my younger self is that you are smart enough, you are pretty enough, you are worthy, and work hard for what you want. That's what I would say.
Wow, that's powerful. I like the authenticity part. You gotta own it. You gotta be yourself.
Yes.
You gotta be brave. You gotta be unapologetic. You gotta be yourself because there's only one you.
Yes.
And that's very, very important that you understand that someone out there needs you, and they need you to be authentic with yourself.
Right.
Especially we are younger. You know, we got those that were told that. You know, we were told. So now as we get older, they're like, "Well, I wish I was more boy was younger." Like instead of falling in line, I just say, "No, I should have did this." You know.
Right.
So again, so can you tell us where people can find you on social media? I know you gave us a website about your website. Where people can find you on social media so they can know more about you and get to know your story, get to know about your the PWNC. So
Okay. Well, I gave you my personal, which was FeliciaShanken360.com. But the Philadelphia Women's Network Connection, we have a free group on Facebook. It's named that, Philadelphia Women's Connection. We're also on Instagram as Philly WNC. We are also on LinkedIn as Felicia Shanken. Not on Twitter. I don't have time for Twitter. I don't have the patience. I just don't have the patience.
It's a lot. It's a lot of
It's a lot.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
yeah. Those are probably enough right there. Twitter be like Twitter be like occasionally I'll be on Twitter. Like,
yes,
but
yes.
yeah.
Trust me, you Google me, you'll find me.
Yes. So I commend the work you are doing. It's an honor that I met you this year. This is I love the passion for people, for women in general, to get them on the great path. You know, I'm not saying that because I'm strong believer in women, and you know, I want our women to be successful, and I want them to overcome what they've been through, you know, what the circumstances are, and that they are more than enough. They are worth it, you know.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
and that's why I do the women's event, the arena for the young women, and also I did the women's event this year. I would do it August, but I didn't do it this year, COVID. But I hope we can do it back in 2021 because I think I want to talk about that offline about that. So
yes.
the women's applying for adults for like maybe 21 to 40, you know, like something.
Yeah.
So I mean, because your always going to be a great resource there for my event for next.
Well, you know what? Just let me know.
Yeah.
I am here to support you in
Yeah.
any way I can.
Yes.
You know, I always say we have to support one another.
We have to, especially now more than ever.
Yeah.
More to have, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
If we got to be ahead of the curve, you know what I mean? Because now we had under a new regime coming in January, we got to be ahead of this curve. We got to make sure if we shut down again, we gotta stay connected. We can't. Because now we're gonna take what we learned from March and do the work that we're going, and not let it bother us. You know what I mean? It's all that's so bothered about what happened day to day that we didn't focus on business. We didn't focus on God. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
God put us for a reason to shut down so we can work, so we can focus on us.
Yes.
Individually. That's why it says so. This is the same. So we work on ourselves individually, and then once the COVID is getting less restrictions, God will reveal, okay, this is what you want to do. You know what I mean? So this is your purpose in line with my purpose. All you do what God called you to do. You know what I mean? So it takes time to reinvite ourselves individually individually. Then once COVID trips back down a little bit, people start remembering social. Then you find out, okay, we doing this. Okay, I do A, B, C, D. You know, some of us are worked on mental health issues. Some worked on self-development and personal development. I think that needs to keep going. So now going forward, if we shut down, we don't. But if we shut down again, this will be a great time for the new year to work on yourself, work on forgiveness, letting go, forgiving people, and just work on yourself. So 2021 comes. Whatever that looks like, I mean, it's gonna be a time to reclaim who you are, to take back who you are. You know what I mean? Not let people dictate who you are. Not only God dictate who you are. You know what I mean? Do God's work. Because I already say this: please God, not people. I learned that this year because if you try to please people, people are going to not be grateful. Not be grateful. You know what I mean? They're gonna burn you out. They're gonna make you stressed. They're make you frustrated. But when you please God, there's healing, there's peace, there's joy, and God will send the right people He wants you to please that will be grateful from your services.
Right.
So that's
and everything falls into place.
Right,
you know,
exactly.
Once you start taking that focus off of people, because the expectations you put on people are too high.
Right.
And I had to learn that.
I'm the same way.
And I'm still learning that.
Yeah.
You know, you expect people to be the same way that you are. No one is going to work as hard for PWC as I am.
That's as you are.
No one.
Right.
This is my baby.
Right.
And I had to come to terms with that. My vision is not somebody else's vision. It's my vision. It was given to me. So, you know, you take the support that you have, and I always believe that the people that are going to be there to work with you and support you, that's your tribe. Those are the ones that you work with. You got a lot of people that come and say, I want to help you. I want to help you do this. You know, people talk. I don't look at people talking. I look at your actions.
You gotta show me.
You can tell me anything, but what you do, that's what I look at. And then moving forward, then I know, okay, this person, you know, they're true to their word. This is somebody that I want to work with.
Right. So Felicia Shanken. I'm sorry, how do you say Felicia Spivey Shanken?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll make sure I said the whole name right.
Well, the Spivey is there because of people if they want to find me, but actually it's Felicia Shanken.
Okay.
So the Spivey is my maiden name, but like I said, you know, if people wanted to find me that don't know my married name, they'll look for Felicia Spivey.
Okay, all right. Yes, so I want to thank you for being a guest of my show, coming on this Saturday morning, sharing your experiences, your wisdom, your knowledge, and your perspective, and give us hope for women, for what you're doing, and even for those out there watching who wanted to take this journey to learn about you, go Felicia Shanken, freecity.com, find out her story, and for those who are watching Facebook Live and Instagram Live, thank you for joining us, for watching us. We hope you watch the replay of this at some point so you can learn about her journey, because in the day it's not about me, it's about the people that come here have been transformed by God to do what God's called them to do. Absolutely. So for those who are watching, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Reminder, Always Cafe 27 in a couple hours at 3 p.m. live on Zoom. Keep mindful, keep God first, pray, yes, and wear your mask. So
there you go.
So,
I have my egg. I have mine.
Yeah, see you next Saturday, y'all.
All right, bye.
Bye, y'all.